Hey, it's Danielle McCulley here in Seattle, also known as DMAC, and today I wanted to make a quick video about the FSO Harmonic scanner because I've had some people wanting to know how can you trade this effectively if the patterns are going to extend um, and things like that. So I just wanted to make this video to show you a little technique that you can use to help you determine whether the pattern has a chance of extending or not. And in order to use this technique, you do have to have a little knowledge about Fibonacci and the different harmonic patterns. But the good thing about that, if you do not have a lot of experience with harmonic patterns or Fibonacci, there's all types of harmonic cheat sheets that you can Google that will give you the correct ratios, for the certain patterns. So right now I have the FSO harmonic scanner pulled up on my screen, and this is a signal that popped up today on the 15-minute. Now I like to use the higher time frames, but the lowest I will go is the 15-minute. Because what I have noticed is that sometimes on, especially like the 5-minute, you will get a lot of signals, but those patterns will extend more on that 5-minute time frame than the other time frames, and sometimes on the 15-minute they will extend too. So it just depends on what the pattern is and things like that. And I just want to make it clear, just because these patterns extend does not make this a bad system. I mean, that's just harmonics. Some of the patterns extend. Like I said, the crab pattern is an extension pattern. You can have a regular crab and then it can extend and become this, this big deep crab. So it's just part of harmonics. Um, I've used other harmonic scanners in the past, like free versions and things like that. And, those the patterns extend on those too. So it doesn't take away from this being a really nice system, and it's pretty accurate. I love harmonics and Fibonacci's because they're pretty powerful too. So let's see here, and this is a strategy that actually one of my mentors just um, showed me this, or like told me what he was doing and things like that, and it totally made sense. And it can be very helpful in helping you to realize if this pattern, does it have a chance of extending more, or is it done extending? So what you want to do is you want to grab your little Fibonacci tool here, right? So you grab your Fibonacci tool and you go from swing high to swing low. Now we're not going to go all the way down here to the C point, but we'll go from X to A. We'll put that right there. And let me just change the color because that's a lot of yellow there. Let's see. Just a second. Okay. And this is on the VPS, so sometimes it's a little, I don't know what it be doing sometimes. But anyway, okay, so let's try to make it, how about we'll do it the aqua color. All right, so you want to grab your Fibonacci tool right here, and you, since this is a bearish cipher, we're going to go from swing high to swing low. And then we are going to, let me just, that's still, I'm having a hard time seeing those. So how about we make it white? Okay, that's a lot better. So you have a hard, what am I talking about? I'm sorry. So yeah, grab your Fibonacci tool, take it from point X to point A. Remember, you don't want to go down from point X to point C, but you want to do it from point X to point A. And then you actually want to look to see where this pullback. Now this is the pullback right here. And as you can see, it's just right below the 61.8. And so what you want to do is you want to have your little harmonic cheat sheet. Like I said, if you're not familiar with the different patterns and their ratios and things like that. So let's just hop over here. Yeah, let's hop over here. So this is one I actually have printed out, and this is the one that I like to use, and I keep it on my desk just for my own reference. But it gives you the different patterns, and you know the point B, C, D, and it tells you what your take profits should be as well. So it's a really good little cheat sheet. Tells you everything you need to know. So remember we were dealing with the cipher, right? So point C, it says it needs to be, well, let's start with point B. So point B, it has to be at least to the 38.2, but must close below the 61.8. So if we jump back over here, and so this would be X, A, B, C, and this would be D. So B is this pullback right here. And it has to be at least 38.2, which, okay, that's met. And then it has to close below the 61.8. So right now everything is looking legit, right? Okay, so let's hop back over here and then let's see where this point C should, what level that should come at. So we're on the cipher, point C should be at least the 1.27, right? Must close below 141.4%. And if we hop back over here, so point C, it's going to say -27.2, and I just added these to the Fibonacci levels. This is actually because the MT4 platform doesn't have the Fibonacci extension tool, so what you can do is you can just add these levels below the zero, like I did the -27.2, which is where point C should be. So that looks good so far, right? Now, the last one, and this is going to be the important one, is going to be this point D. So you want to see what level point D should be at, you know, for this bearish cipher pattern. So if we hop back over here and look at our little cheat sheet, let's see, you got point D, and it says point D should be at the 78.6. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Okay, so right now, this is the 61.8, and it's not at the 78.6. So knowing that, you can already, you know, you can kind of prepare yourself like, okay, hey, this pattern may extend because this point D is supposed to be at what? The 78.6. So it has a little bit more room, and it may push up a little bit more. So this is something that you can easily do. And like I said, if you don't have a lot of experience with harmonics and Fibonacci levels, just print out, you know, a little harmonic cheat sheet, keep it close by, you know, anytime you get a signal. It's real simple. It's not complicating anything. It's just giving you that additional confirmation. You know, if you're worried about entering this and then having it extend and then you're experiencing some drawdown, well, this is a strategy that you can use. Just break out your little Fibonacci tool, and depending on the pattern, yeah, just go from point X to point A, you know, and then check point B, check point C. But the most important one is going to be the point D, because this is the point that will expand. Now, let's see what Maxwell is showing. And it looks like it's going to push up a little bit. So, and the Maxwell equation is showing, you know, it's below the market baseline, but it is kind of just going sideways. So um, I don't know. It may not be a signal that you want to take just because the market is moving sideways right now. But just know, according to your little harmonic cheat sheet and looking at, it's a bearish cipher. So just hopping over here and looking at these, the ratios, the Fibonacci levels where these points should be, and point D, this is going to be the most important ones. This is going to tell you if the pattern may extend, if it's right at the point where it needs to be at, and things like that. So like I said, this is something that one of my mentors shared with me, and it's been really helpful. So, it will definitely help you with your entry. So right now, this could drop, or, it could, this little D point can extend just a little bit more, and it could extend up here to the 78.6. Now I'm not saying that it will always extend to that exact point. It may. I'm just letting you know this is a technique that you can use just to give you an idea. Okay, well, there's a possibility that this still could, extend to the 78.6 because it is a bearish cipher. It's a cipher pattern. So that's it. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. I just want to show you that because I think it could be really helpful. Um, and if you don't like doing all that, like I said before, you can always just draw a simple trend line and wait for the break. But sometimes that trend line will have you entering really late, and, so I'm just saying if you did a trend line like that, you gotta wait for price to work its way down, and then you're already almost at TP1. So I think, using the Fibonacci tool can be very helpful. It will give you an idea of, I'm sorry, I'm just playing with this trend line here. You could do a trend line like that. But the Fibonacci tool will give you, will let you know where these points are, and then, just according to the patterns. That's why I said you can Google this, just Google harmonic cheat sheet and a whole bunch of stuff will come up. But this is the one I like. This is the one I have printed out and that I just keep a copy on my desk. Just in case I want to check to see if these patterns are going to extend or have, potential to extend. And that's the latest technique that I've been using. So, and it's helped a lot too because a lot of people, you see this harmonic pattern and you get excited and you're like, okay, it's time to enter the sale or enter the trade for the buy, and then that thing starts extending and you're just like, what the, what you say. But yeah, so this is another technique you can use to help you with your entries and help you avoid those patterns extending. All right. So if you are interested and you would like to grab this system, there will be a link below this video. If you have any questions, if you are, having trouble using this system and, would like some help with it, just, reach out to me on Facebook and let me know what kind of issues you're running into. And we can see if we can get you on the right track. All right, so it looks like this pattern, it may extend a little bit to that 78.6 as it should be. All right, so hopefully I wish everybody hopefully everybody has a good trading week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.